Ubisoft has been facing a colossal amount of backlash over Assassin's Creed Shadows. It seems that everybody is upset with them in some way, shape, or form, but now they have actually had to issue an apology for using a Japanese reenactment group's banner without permission within the game. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I've had to talk a lot about Assassin's Creed Shadows, and we have a pile of problems with this game so far, and one major one is Japanese gamers lashing out. They recently launched a petition to have Ubisoft alter or straight up cancel the game, saying it was a serious insult to Japanese culture and history, and this is a petition that has gotten a lot of attention in a very short amount of time. It has 76,375 signatures, and this petition really does focus on the fact that they feel insulted over depictions within this game, over them altering individuals who were historical figures like Yasuke in order to basically sell a dramatized version of their stories. And of course, there are very small things that have all added up, like architecture within the trailers we've seen so far has been incorrect for the time period. And then we had the flag situation, which now Ubisoft has had to apologize for. This is a That Park Place article. It says Ubisoft Japan issued a formal apology for using a Japanese reenactment group's banner in their Shadows game. It says, in the middle of June, Ubisoft was accused of stealing the banner of the Sekigahara Teppo. As noted by former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern, the banner was seen worn by a soldier within the game. And it says, this is the banner Ubisoft used without permission. And a member of the group was actually informed and is translated by Google on X. He wrote, I heard a little about it, but it seems that the Sekigahara rifle was used in the background for the concept art for Assassin's Creed Shadows. I actually took a look at it, and when I zoomed in, I could definitely see the black flag that we used. Honestly, I'm not sure how to react. He also shared that the group was contemplating filing a lawsuit, but indicated that they are made entirely of volunteers and is not a profit-making entity. He stated, thank you all so much for your comments. We do not engage in profit-making activities and are run almost entirely by volunteers and the general public. Many people are of the opinion that we should sue, but we have to cover the costs and effort. I'm glad that you care about it, and I just want to say that he did not directly respond to this, but if this individual or somebody at this group did decide to file a lawsuit, there would be a lot of people that would support them, because Ubisoft should not be doing this. Ubisoft clearly has absolutely no care for the history and the time period they're trying to, portray in this game, and they also do not care about the people who, at this point in time, are using this image, this logo, we'll call it, and they don't really care too much. They did officially apologize, but it just sounds like, oh, people were complaining, so we have to apologize. It says, we have received notice that 2 pieces of concept art previously released for Shadows used the flag without permission. The group was given the opportunity to apologize, and it was accepted. The art in question will not be used or distributed any further beyond this date, except for being included in the art book in the collector's edition. We deeply apologize. And this proves that there are tons of people within Japan who are upset over this. And I know there's been a lot of discussion regarding the petition and the validity of the signatures. But again, this goes to show that there are people in Japan who are upset and vocal, and the people coping over the petition, whatever the exact truth is, even if only 50% of the signatures were from Japanese individuals, it doesn't matter, because they felt they had to apologize because they know that people in Japan are not happy about this game. Now, it doesn't really surprise me to see them jumping at the opportunity to apologize, because ultimately they're a company who wants to sell a game, and they do not want any kind of controversy surrounding their product when release comes around in just a few months. Now, obviously, they're still going to face a ton of controversy, and they've already faced a ton of backlash over many different things within this game and just this game existing in totality, but they want to try to eliminate as many as possible. And by issuing this apology and saying that they're going to alter this image within the game, they think that this is going to get people on their side, like, oh, they're willing to apologize, they're willing to work with this group, they're really, compassionate. But I'm not buying it, okay? I do not want to sit here and praise Ubisoft for doing something, because this shouldn't have made it into the game in the first place. When you have a product like this, there are tons of different people behind the scenes. The people who are working this project, there's got to be at least 150. So you'd think that multiple people would be looking at this, from the, researchers, the professors, the cultural consultants, to the actual developers who are putting it within the game. And somebody would have recognized it and said, hey, listen, I don't necessarily know if this is the image that we should go for, or, oh, hey, this is an incorrect image. Now, maybe this did happen and they just decided to put it in the game because they were lazy, but now they have to do even more work and remove it. But again, this all just proves that Ubisoft is not putting their best foot forward. They are not actually putting enough time and work and effort into this. And ultimately, when they claim they had tons of people researching behind the scenes, we can tell that's a complete and utter lie. I mean, Ubisoft had previously detailed in a blog post that Ubisoft Quebec went to great lengths consulting source documentation and building a network of expert historians, professors, and cultural consultants that all clearly cannot do their job. So this is just a hilarious turn of events to see them come out and actually respond to it, because a lot of us thought that they were just going to try to ignore it because they're already facing so much backlash they don't want to acknowledge anyone criticizing this game and their work. But they did come out and apologize and said that they are going to alter it before the game's full release. We'll actually see if any slip through the cracks and end up in the game by accident. Only time will tell, but we do know that this petition is clearly making waves in Japan, and there are individuals that are, noticing lots of the problems and actually getting Ubisoft to change them in order for the game to be a little bit more respectful and culturally accurate. Now, of course, the rest of the game is not going to be changed by them. It's not like we're going to see Yasuke drastically changed before the full release, but they're at least apologizing for using the Japanese Reenactment group's banner without permission in Shadows. But that's all that I had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.